the suspenseful thriller Butterfly has audiences on the edge of their seats. Daniel Dae Kim plays David Jung, a former highly skilled U.S. intelligence officer who vanished years ago and resettled in South Korea in the original Amazon Prime Video series, which debuted on August 13th. But according to the show's description, his life is blown to pieces when the consequences of an impossible decision from his past come back to haunt him. In a surprising turn of events, David quickly realizes that his estranged daughter Rebecca Reyna Hardesty, who was deliberately trained to kill him by the sinister spy organization Cadis, which used to work for her father, is hunting him down. As the suspenseful series progresses, Rebecca is forced to choose between remaining faithful to Cadis and forming a bond with her father, as he reveals that he staged his own death years earlier in order to shield her. Regarding the father-daughter reunion, Kim told Time, "It's really the trigger event to the series itself. It's the incident that permanently alters Rebecca's life as well as David's. David believes he is making the right choice for his family at that moment. But as is so frequently the case when you are a parent, the choice you believe is best for your child is frequently the one that is completely incorrect." Cadis modifies its aim to capture both Rebecca and David as they attempt to determine how their relationship will work. It is headed by Oliver Louis Landau, the son of Juno Piper Perabo, an operative who has betrayed David in the past. Even if the showdown occurs in the last moments, there are still a lot of unsolved mysteries. How does Butterfly's first season conclude? Here's all the information you need to understand the spy thriller's unclear conclusion. Butterfly follows David, a former special agent who discovers that Rebecca, his estranged daughter, works for Cadis, the shadowy intelligence organization he had to leave. Before it's too late, David embarks on a mission to save Rebecca from Cadis. But when Rebecca's boss, Juno, finds out David is still alive, she sets out on her own mission to murder him. As the show progresses, David reveals that he and Juno were formerly co-workers, but that she had betrayed him by giving a terrorist group access to confidential information, which led to the deaths of the majority of his crew. In order to protect himself and Rebecca, whose information was also given to the terrorists, David later staged his own death. She had no trouble with her objective to kill her father because she believed he had abandoned her before David and Rebecca were reunited. Rebecca chooses to give her father a chance after finding out the truth, and to attempt to elude the Cadis agents who have been assigned to At one point, Juno's son Oliver is confronted by David and Rebecca, who persuade him that his mother is attempting to murder him. Oliver tells them what Juno has planned because he believes them Rebecca is later attacked and taken prisoner by Juno, despite the fact that they discover important information regarding Cadis. David bravely puts everything on the line to save Rebecca, and the two of them manage to flee away while allowing Juno to survive, in exchange for her never attacking their family again. After appearing to have finally escaped Cadis's grasp, David and Rebecca intend to relocate to the United States with their small daughter Min-hee Jung Na-yoon Kim and David's wife Eunju Kim, Kim Tae-hee. Unfortunately, David discovers Eunju bleeding on a restaurant bathroom floor after she and Rebecca use the restroom together, leaving the finale on a serious cliffhanger. Eunju is unable to answer David's question about who slashed her. Rebecca disappears in the interim, and David is left wondering if she was the one responsible. David believes he is now secure and can live with his wife and daughters. After barely escaping death while saving Rebecca from Cadis and Juno, David, however, also seems to question whether he and Rebecca were correct. Despite being alive at the conclusion of Season 1, David's life is completely upended when he finds Rebecca missing from the property and Eunju bleeding to death by herself in the toilet. David appears more committed than ever to discovering who and why his wife was attacked. In the final moments of Butterfly's first season finale, Rebecca's destiny likewise appears to be uncertain. As she dealt with sentiments of desertion, she first found it difficult to blend in with David's new life with Eunju and Min-hee. He seemed to move on and replace her with a new family, Rebecca explained. Eunju, however, embraced Rebecca with wide arms and insisted that they were a single family. After noting that a waiter was acting oddly toward them, Rebecca finally comes around to the idea and, in the last scene, follows Eunju to the restaurant's restroom. The events in the restroom are not shown, but Eunju is injured on the floor and Rebecca vanishes. Whether Rebecca participated in Eunju's attack or if she was kidnapped by the assailant